Okay, so just want to make a quick video covering Clan Wars and Ranked for Season 2. Basically, I want to talk about what champions I think you should level and roughly what I expect the meta of Clan Wars to be in relation to Ranked and how, teaming and all that works in the game when people do it. But Foxoro is just going to be worthless. Don't level Foxoro. Gemtoki's worthless. Koju is going to be a bit niche. If you're in low rankings for ranked, so let's say bronze to gold maybe, Koju is going to be good for really aggressive players. If you just like bullying people, he's a great option, but he doesn't really hold up against the meta. Senshu's kind of the same. If you're really aggressive and you like just getting in people's face, he's going to be a good option, but he's going to struggle against Saito Kilo. Torokai is kind of off meta, but if you're really good with using the ice zone and you're good at using the ice shield and the fireball when needed, then Torokai is an interesting choice. I don't think he's good, but he's kind of interesting as an off meta pick just because if you fight people that aren't used to fighting him, he's good. Jiro, if you're good with the bonk, just rolls people. If you can instantly bonk someone in the head, it's basically unreactable. So Jiro's probably going to see some play in Clan Wars, assuming that the targeting works. So when you bonk, it'll hit someone on the enemy team, and you can just get free damage. I can see them also doing a thing where they have maybe Kameki's shoot at the enemy team, and then they have a Jiro bonk the enemy team to try to get it to hit someone. Use basically bonk as a confirm for yellow card and death ball. Then we got Kameki. Kameki, I think, mostly would be used for Death Ball and Clan Wars. The fast travel could be used, but it depends if you can abuse the targeting system in Clan Wars. So it hits one of the enemy team and then it will bounce between the enemies. Then Kameki Death Ball and fast travel is going to be really good. The same Ki Blast, if it targets like that, will be very strong. Kilo players, the Intercept Aura, the 4 for Kilo, I think is going to be pretty useful just because it's a really long duration and it just shoots the ball out super hard. You could also do Zap Freeze and then shoot the ball out. If your full team can go Invis, he would also be kind of stupid because you just have a whole team go Invis and it bounces between all the enemies if it's fast enough. The same, a full team of Kojus spamming handgun would be disgusting, and it would work. So, I think they'll have to be careful when they release it of making sure people can't abuse spamming one champion. They might need to set limits of like you can only have maybe 2 of each champion in an 8v8, something like that. I used to play Clan Wars for World of Tanks, and they had rules like that where you were limited by how many of a tank you could have. So you got Kilo, Koju. I don't think there's anyone else you really spam. You could spam Senshu yellow card, and that would be kind of strong, just because it would punish the enemies a lot. Spamming Jiro Bonk could also be just disgusting. You could spam the Ice Aura on Torokai or spam Fireball if you wanted to focus people out on Torokai. I don't think spamming the Ice Shield would make sense, but you could, I guess. I think people would deal with that really easily. Spam fast travel is not going to be good. Death Ball can't be spammed, so it's bad. Kilo spam I don't think is that useful unless the Invis just destroys the enemy team. Because he's just good defensively, but he's not insane. So, and then Gazo's a little weird. Gazo I think would have synergy with Kameki. If you can Death Ball the ball, then give it to Gazo to put it in the portal and shoot it behind the enemies so it blows up someone and then starts bouncing between them, Gazo might see play. But you're going to have to be a really good Gazo to make him work. Because the Fake Ball and Blindfold are somewhat worthless. Fake Ball will just be a block till later in the match. And for Clan Wars, I think it's going to be decided more early game. So all of the classes like Koju, Senshu, Kameki have a bit more of a chance here. Same Jiro has a bit of a chance. if you can get numbers early, I don't see something like Gazo being able to pull you back. So it'll be interesting. Saito's just good defensive. I could see every team having maybe a dedicated Saito to try to win face-off, but we'll see. It might be interesting to see how many Saitos are used. You could go full Saito, but and then just like try to be the cockroach team that just never dies, which would be extremely annoying, but we'll see how it goes. I could see them doing Jiro, Kameki, like Gazo, Kilo, like strats where they just keep shooting the ball and just beaming your team. I could also see maybe they do like Senshu spam where everyone does charged kicks and yellow cards. It would be kind of interesting. I don't think they'll do that, but maybe. Lufus, the 3 and the 4 on Lufus are really, really bad. So I don't think Lufus will see play in Clan Wars unless the 1 destroys the low-level clans. But if you're fighting a Lufus, let's say this AFK Aura dummy is the Lufus player, if I shoot it behind me and step to the side, so I guess you'd probably want to flick it off to behind you to the left and then go to the right of the guy, and then the ball will never be directly in front of you for the Lufus player to insta-hit you. But that's my basic predictions as far as this goes, like who's going to be used in Clan Wars. I was a caller in the game I was doing Clan Wars for about 3 to 6 months, so I get Clan Wars strategy. It's just a question of how the targeting works on what you use. But I think it'll be a pretty fun. I think Clan Wars will be a lot more exciting than ranked, personally, and I hope there's a lot of. I hope there's more strategy as far as what champions are played. It isn't just Kameki code Kilo Saito spam. There's actually like a really aggressive teams that run maybe 2 Kamekis to Death Ball, and then they have maybe Jiros that try to bonk to confirm the Death Ball on the enemy side. And then maybe they have a wall of Saito players that try to protect the Jiros and Kamekis. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of strategies clans come up with and seeing if it's as interesting as I think it could be. It has the potential to be. But that's basically Clan Wars. As far as ranked goes, assuming they don't do any balance changes, it's just going to be Kilo and Saito again. And then you can do some weird off-meta stuff where you play Koju and Torokai and all that. But I keep saying Kameki. Kilo and Saito are going to be your main picks for ranked, assuming the cooldowns and everything doesn't change for those 2 champions. But yeah, I hope it helps, and looking forward to Clan Wars. I'll definitely cover it if I get the opportunity to. So, yeah, have a good one, and see ya.